We are Iron Vein, and you are watching
Buzz News TV!
Hey, I'm Ken Payne. You're watching the Lakeshore Drive. Tonight I'm with Iron Vein, a metal band from here in Chicago. And you guys want to introduce yourselves real quick?
I'm Brian Gordon. I play bass in the band.
Chuck White, drums.
Alan James, I sing.
Crystal Testo, guitar.
Iron Vein, what are you guys working on now? Your last album was Raining Memories, which was 65 minutes of crunching metal. So
very proud.
And with that album, you brought in Neil Kernan, who has worked with Judas Priest and so forth. What are you guys working on now?
The new album. Well, the new album's actually fully recorded, except for all the vocal tracks, which when Alan joined the band a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, we got him in to do 4 tracks, and we're just trying to shop the album, shop the demos, get a deal, and get
find
in
some
and,
interest, find some.
Yeah, get Alan in there to continue kicking ass.
And you're going to use Neil Kernan again with this one?
We are.
Yeah, Neil's recorded all of the
Everything
basic tracks for it up to this point. So it's up to finishing the vocals. You know, there's some stuff that's done. We've got to finish that out. After that, we'll throw the leads and final touches on it and mix it, and it's ready to go. So
Hopefully by the springtime we can release that.
just
Got a name for
just
it?
need to put it together.
That's a work in progress.
All right.
Yeah,
It's going to be called "We'd Like to Sell 12 Million."
Yeah.
See how that goes over.
Now, how'd you guys even hook up with Neil?
There was a label that we met on the East Coast back when we did this Power Man Festival. I became friends with them, stayed in touch with them, and they wanted to sign us. It really wasn't a lucrative deal, but I said, well, we'd like to work with Neil because he just did an album for him. He's like, well, why don't you get a hold of him? Here's his email address. And sent him an email. We talked on the phone a couple of times. I told these guys, I'm going to get Neil Kernan. They're like, you're nuts. And next thing you know, we're in the studio with him. And
Great guy.
yeah, he's a great guy to work with.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's really
he's
a pleasure
very
to work with
supportive of what we're doing. He's way into, he understands what we're doing.
Yeah, artistic expression is not a stranger.
And with your sound, as far as the metal, and with Neil, with his experience, you'd think it's a pretty good match.
Yeah, it's an amalgamation of crazy. It definitely works. And I'm just absolutely grateful and honored to be able to work with people that are that good at what they do. So someone that's not as good at, like myself, at least I got a chance to get to that point. He's really a phenomenal guy to work with, and so is this band. This is really a pleasure working with them. It's not just a band; it's friends, which is
cool.
nice.
Okay, you're the newest member. You've been in the band for less than a year. What's it like for you guys to work with another singer? You have one singer for...
They're very lucky. Like
10 years.
Of course, right. So, did that change the whole flow of everything?
We spent about 18 months looking for a guy.
Wow.
And we worked with Russ for a long time, trying to work toward a new direction. Not really a new direction, but just a different voice to what we were doing. The music that we wrote got a lot more aggressive, and we tried to get things working with Russ, and in the end, it was just a matter of
he's not angry.
getting the right voice behind the music that was being done.
Right. Alan's a really versatile singer.
And nothing against Russ.
Yeah, it's just his voice just fits with what we're doing, so it's just unbelievable. Even the first time he came out and we jammed, he wasn't planning on singing. It's like, well, here, you got to sing. He's like, fuck you guys. And I made them sing anyway. And it was like,
which people can get to sample your voice on your MySpace site, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
MySpace Iron Band. So, what is this new album? Do you have like what did you guys like put into this new album as far as like concept or anything? You said like before, like you wasn't angry enough. It sounds a little angrier now.
The
songs
songs
are all
are
pretty much angry. They're all angry
definitely
songs.
the frustration and
a lot of things we could
pent up emotions and things like that. And it's
which
an
is, as these
expression
guys
of
know,
that.
early on in the project, I was trying to get a handle on what it was we were trying to say with the project. The reality is although I can be a pretty angry person from time to time, as everyone knows,
Al's got
I
pretty
also try. I try to find some
upward
essence of hope and in my life I couldn't find serenity if I was always angry, and it's good to be angry and protect yourself, and it's a great defense mechanism, but it's not a way to go through life. It's
get it out now.
Right. You can get it out, but the thing that I guess I'm getting at here, my friend, is that I try to do my best with some of the work, and this is why the album's taking a little bit longer than we were hoping, to bring some more messages of hope to that, so that there is something beyond that. I'm hoping that we can get the people who are fucking pissed and really can't stand what's going on in the world, and they're aggressive and ready to take it out on somebody, as well as the people who have a gentle soul, and everyone in between, hopefully, because they can relate with it.
It's more how to try
Transcend.
to deal with
It's about transcending
the issues of being angry or frustrated.
that's what the band's always been about.
And
this
go back
album has gone in a dark
to
direction.
Beyond Tomorrow, which is the first record, which is very optimistic and hopeful and forward-looking in its vision. It's kind of a reflection of that, but the songs are a lot angrier and heavier.
Do you guys collaborate on this now? Or do you guys have to like lyrics yourself, or do you guys write
some of them were they were already written. I worked with a lot of that and changed some things around in some cases, and then in other instances completely rewrote the songs lyrically and
We work really well together. The chemistry is great, and it's fun to get together and create.
Absolutely.
And we've talked about bringing in another guitar player. We've always been a 5-member band with 2 guitars, and just things are so strong between us. It's hard to bring in another member.
We're
At this point,
cautiously optimistic
broken.
that we'll find somebody of a utility nature, someone that can perhaps do more than one thing with us, if you will. But at the same time, at this point, it's not just so much the ability to play or not play. It's really about the collective soul.
Maybe that's what we'll call the album.
I think I thought of something.
And the funny thing through the whole audition process was Al came out, and as soon as we started playing, we're like, all right, this is the guy.
Yeah,
But then this jerk never
we talked after he left that first night, and we're like, I don't know, man. This is the guy. What do you think? Yeah.
Isn't it great though when you like?
And then
but
as soon as he started singing, it was like, all right, this is the guy.
But what happened was he ended up declining
for a while.
Declining to join the band, and it was like not till many months later that he contacted us again after we still didn't have a singer.
11 months and 26 days. No.
It was a long
14
time.
hours, 12 minutes and
60
counting.
minutes and 13 seconds.
And he came back and we didn't even play. We just sat in a room, the 4 of us, and talked about what we were doing.
Right.
And that's all it took to really make the decisions. It was more about what are we doing? What are our goals?
Right.
Where are we at? More than
Yeah,
musically.
exactly.
Cool, man.
It's one voice moving forward. What's the thing we call it? Kind of like the aura that we feel can transcend.
The ion vein, I think.
It's the ion vein. Yeah, it starts here and it'll transcend, and hopefully, bring a lot of people into the fold.
Very cool, man. Yeah. The album's coming out hopefully in the spring, and you can find out more about it. Fans can keep up with you guys at ironvein.com or your MySpace site.
MySpace as well, check out some tunes.
Cool, and we will look forward to hearing it.
Awesome.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Hearing about it.
All right, man.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome show.
Cool.